Isabel, hi. Thank you so much for agreeing to talk with me today. Let's start from the very beginning. How would you describe your job to someone who has absolutely no idea what an administrative assistant actually does?
Hi, Donald. Thanks for having me. If I had to explain it simply, my job is to keep the office running smoothly on all levels. But if we go deeper, I'm the person who connects departments, manages communication, coordinates daily operations, organizes schedules, filters information, and makes sure the whole office works like a single system. It's much more than just sitting at the front desk.
What was the biggest surprise for you when you first started working in this role? Something that turned out to be totally different from what you expected?
The biggest surprise was how much responsibility comes with this role. You think you'll just answer calls and greet visitors, but in reality, you become the center of everything. Sometimes you solve issues faster than managers. You're the first point of contact for everyone.
Could you walk us through your typical workday, from the moment you step into the office until the end of your shift? The real details are the most interesting.
My day begins with checking emails and calendars. Then I update schedules for managers, book meeting rooms, organize documents, receive packages, talk to delivery drivers, greet clients, answer calls, redirect requests, coordinate meetings. And all of this happens simultaneously, non-stop. At the end of the day, I wrap up pending tasks, send reports, and finalize administrative work. It's a real marathon.
What skills do you think are essential to succeed in this job? And I mean not only technical skills, but also personal qualities.
Important skills include attention to detail, stress resistance, friendliness, fast task switching, strong writing skills, time management, and confidence with office tools. But the number one skill is communication.
Is there something about this profession that people usually underestimate? Something that seems easy from the outside but is actually quite challenging?
People think this is a calm, easy job. The real challenge is multitasking. You're doing 10 things at once, all of them urgent. There are no quiet hours, email, phone, people at the desk, managers messaging you. Everything happens at the same time.
Could you name the top 3 advantages of working as an administrative assistant or receptionist, the things that genuinely make this job great?
The top advantages. You develop communication and leadership skills faster than in many other entry-level positions. You always feel needed and important in the company. You meet many people, and the job opens lots of career doors.
And now let's balance it out. What are 3 downsides? The things that job descriptions don't mention but that you really feel in your everyday work?
The downsides. A lot of emotional labor. People often come to you with problems only. A lot of repetitive tasks that can get tiring. You're always visible, which can be mentally exhausting.
What are the most common problems you face throughout the day? I mean the recurring situations that constantly require your attention.
The recurring problems are usually scheduling conflicts, employees forgetting about meetings, urgent requests, document confusion, unexpected client visits, fully booked meeting rooms, and technical issues that need immediate solution.
How do you personally handle conflict or stressful situations, whether it's with clients, coworkers, or managers? Do you have any personal tricks?
In stressful situations, staying calm and neutral is key. I speak slowly, rephrase things positively, and always offer solutions. And sometimes, simply listening is enough to diffuse tension.
How emotionally difficult can this job get? And how do you manage stress or pressure personally?
Yes, emotional load can be heavy. That's why I take short 5-minute resets every few hours. I also separate other people's emotions from my own. That's a skill you develop over.
What tools, programs, methods, or habits help you stay organized and productive when the pace gets crazy?
I use Google Workspace, Notion, email templates, automation for repetitive tasks, and a method I call 1 big task plus 3 small tasks. Color-coded calendars also save my.
In your opinion, what usually makes beginners struggle in this position? What mistakes do people often make when they're just starting out?
Life. Beginners often struggle because they try to be perfect. Perfection is impossible here. Flexibility is what matters. Also, many are afraid to ask questions. But if you stay silent, the whole office falls.
What advice would you give someone who wants to work as an administrative assistant or receptionist, and who wants to grow in this field?
My advice: build confidence, communication skills, and writing skills. Learn to stay calm. Think one step ahead. And absolutely practice time management. It's essential.
Are there real career growth opportunities in this profession? What paths can it lead to in the long term?
Career growth is absolutely real. Office manager, HR assistant, project coordinator, executive assistant, operations manager. Many administrative assistants later become department heads or even start their own business.
And of course, the question everyone always wants to know. What are the real earnings administrative assistants make in the US? Not the numbers from job ads, but the actual ones from your experience?
Honestly, real salaries in the US range from $16.20/h for beginners to $27.30/h for experienced assistants. Executive assistants can make $60K, $80K a year, sometimes more. It depends on the state and the company.
Isabella, thank you so much. You shared so much useful and honest information. I'm sure viewers now have a much clearer understanding of whether this job is right for them. It was a pleasure talking with you.